MMC?
MMC, MP-20 range, MMC.
From Mizuno Golf.
Mizuno, yeah.
Going to review, going to test. We've got the launch monitor out here on the old real course. Best mixture of real numbers and play. Let's hit them, see what they feel like. Mark Crossfield here on camera as well. Hello. Always love a Mizuno review. Let's get stuck in. Start us off with a bit of tech then, Dan. What have we got? There's titanium in all of these, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. They've got this, what they call them, is it a muscle, little strip of muscle titanium in there as well, just in this back bit, and that runs right the way throughout the set.
Okay.
Where the changes is when you start to see the tungsten. So the tungsten is sort of injected into the soles of these clubs here, probably either side here, and that runs through from 3-iron through then to 7-iron.
4-iron to 7-iron, I think
4-iron to 7-iron.
Sorry, yeah.
And then you go 8-iron down, the tungsten comes out.
Okay, but the titanium design stays in.
Yeah.
They've got similar face thicknesses, I think, to the muscle backs.
Yeah, you're seeing again another little bit of layering in this sort of range.
Yeah.
So you're going for a little bit of grain flow forged in there,
but
and then you've got a little bit of copper.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you've got your nickel plated sort of chrome.
So multi-material.
Absolutely, yeah.
A multi-material club, MMC.
Multi-material club. Thumbs up.
Should we hit the 4-iron to kick us off?
Let's go 4-iron.
So it's pretty bladey.
Very bladey.
How does it look down by the ball?
Yeah, it's very, very similar to the blade.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very, very similar. If anything, I would say compared to the 4-iron and the blade, it's just a fraction longer in sort of blade length.
Okay.
That's the visual. I'd have to measure that to see exactly what the differences are, but from a visual point of view, whether that's the colouring, I don't think that would be the case, but certainly looking from heel to toe, just a fraction longer looking down, which again would give players a little bit more confidence, looking at a bit more real estate down at the ball.
I always think these have a slightly different sound
Than the blade?
Yeah. I don't know if you felt that.
I certainly didn't hear or feel that from that one particular shot. But yeah, I would say they're about the same.
Numbers?
Numbers, we got 189 carry,
yeah,
spinning it at 5.3. It's
Truest
from the strike
again
that I've hit there. That's pretty much what I'd be getting from my own set. So I would say out of all of them, these are the ones that I would possibly look at.
Yeah.
From off the get-go, purely based on the fact that I use a CB.
Yeah, yeah.
And this one would be in something in that sort of region. But yeah, first impressions, beautiful.
Numbers on that one?
It's a little bit toey that time, but 188 carry.
So done well out the toe?
Yeah, 188 carry and 6,000 spin, so it's done pretty good.
Yeah.
Out of those first two shots with it.
So I think what's interesting with this set is this one's never really interested me that much.
Okay.
Because I want my Mizuno to be a blade and just I don't need the added jazz.
Okay, you wouldn't ever look at maybe comboing this,
yeah,
then?
That's where I think it would interest me more, but I think my combo would be more aggressive than this, if you know what I mean. I think this is it runs too similar. I always feel that this one is slightly over-engineered a little bit, but then when you say about your CB-MB comparison to say the Titleist irons that I use,
yeah,
I get you then, because this is like CB-ish, isn't it? It's that slight step up. So it's not that I don't like the look, no offset, medium fin, it's Mizuno and lovely and everything it does. I just think when it comes to comboing, this one wouldn't have enough of a change for me than what the blade. I would want to step it up, be a bit more aggressive with my combo.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
Hit that medium to slightly thin. So I always feel that this one has a very fraction, oh that's a good shot, fraction of a slightly higher pitch different sound again. It's slightly different for me. So that's carrying 186 4-iron 5.4 spin.
That's good, it's about the same as me really.
Brilliant. But that's the same numbers I was pretty much getting with my
so you're saying
I was 181 I think when we tried the
blade
MP.
Yeah.
So
but
really
you're saying when you go then combo, you either, if you're going to do a combo, you want to make sure it's a proper combo.
Well, I go
like
up
get
to
as
a
much
hybrid,
help.
don't I? I mean, I jump way up.
Get as much help as you possibly can.
Because again, I just don't see myself hitting this out of pretty scrubby lies. Again, that's a pretty decent shot, slightly thin. we've got to show you those. They are identical, surely. That one, 189, 5.4. So, yeah, I mean, there is a step up, isn't there? That is slightly longer than the blade that we hit, which was 175, 181. I think I got when we hit the blade. Yeah. We will do a video where we compare them together. Yeah, to see what the real differences are. So, yeah. I say there isn't much of a change. That's what I feel. I look at those numbers and I think, well, yeah, you could combo that really easily. So these are my 2 4-irons. Literally on the same line. One's just gone a few or a yard too further. And that's what I love with these kind of clubs, the consistency of the performance that you put in. If there's any consistency that you put in, you get the most out of these, where when you go low spinning kind of stuff, that's where you start. I always think you see bigger variations. Yeah. 2 4-irons within that dispersion, for me, I would take that. It's
very good. Very good.
What do you think of the wedge? Obviously no tungsten again in the wedge. Do have titanium in the back of that one or not?
Yeah, we have titanium in the back of this one as well. That runs right the way through the set with the titanium. Yeah. Bigger.
Yeah. So this not light in your lemon, or is?
No, whereas the blade definitely lit it up for me. This one now is looking very much what I've seen so many times in Mizuno wedges. I like the roundedness of it. Yeah. Like, so you could certainly, lots of players could blend this into their sort of wedges from the sort of specialist wedges, but it's just bigger. And from a personal point of view, I like to look at slightly thinner and slightly smaller profile of a wedge. I've seen this with Mizuno for some of their generation of irons.
Yeah, their wedges are decent size. So 100 yards out hitting the wedge. That's a good sound.
Yeah, it was a little clean, to be honest with you.
What numbers seems like it's gone a long way.
Yeah.
How far?
124.
Oh, knuckleball. What was the spin?
5.8.
Jubal?
What has happened there?
Surely that's the water.
I didn't strike it great, and that's just like seemed to pop off. But
another thing, yeah. It's got to be Jubal, that, isn't it?
Got to be. Better strike.
Yeah, it's only more turf.
Yeah.
Numbers?
Is that going to finish? Oh, that's better. Yeah, 126 spinning at 6.6.
Okay, so it's quite low spinning at the moment, but not like, I mean, I wouldn't put that, that's an outdoor
environment. I think that's a good message on its own.
Yeah, well, it is.
You know, you get a little bit of water between club face and ball,
and everything's out the window, isn't it?
And it all changes.
How low? You just, I mean, that's what I've always tried to make people understand. When you get to the ends of your clubs, if you go for those low spinning ones, yeah. If you get drop offs like that on a higher spinning club, what's that doing with a?
Realistically, when you're in a studio, how many are you going to see like that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's only going to take spin away when you get on the golf course.
Feels as good as any club they've made.
That sounded good.
Yeah, it's nice. Perfect distance. What's the launch monitor throwing at us? 122 carry, 7.7 spin, so nearly 7.8. Yeah. It's kind of, yeah, it's the softest wedge.
Your wedge will spin around what, 9?
Yeah, but that was a softer one. Not, I mean, it would if I whack it. Yeah. We're downhill here, aren't we? It's quite a big wedge. Like, it's loads bigger than the wedge I use, and kind of squarer. Like, it's like,
where are you seeing the square bit?
Rectangular more. It's more this way with curve. Yeah. It's not like that.
No, it's longer, isn't it? Yeah. It's longer in blade length, which I've seen through the set there.
I don't mind it, but again, I don't see the point of this. I would be much more into the MP-20 here. But I don't need titanium in my wedge.
No.
That'll be a low spinner. I caught that slightly heavy, so it'll be higher on the face. Come up slightly short. It'll be interesting the numbers on that. It's a 110 carry, yeah, and a 5.7. Look how it's dropped down.
Dropped right off.
I mean, that on a mat wouldn't get that, because I would bounce and get the ball. Yeah. Which again is why whenever we can, we love getting out here. It just, it shows you how you trying to be precise inside on a mat actually has no bearing sometimes, unless you're very clever or careful with how you're reading the data, because it's not the game you play out here.
The thing I just wanted to mention there is, and this is not a slight on Mizuno, this is just reality, we're talking like when they market it, they talk about 200-300 revs difference between sets, or what. Like, we've just hit shots there where we've got nearly 1,500 revs difference in 2 shots.
I know. Let's not talk about the left-handed golf yesterday where you could talk revs all you like, I won't listen. So look at the real dispersion. Let's just look at actual real dispersion. Numbers were massive dispersion, weren't they?
They were, yeah.
Like inside, you're going to think, oh, big variations.
Yeah.
So my one to start. Can you?
122.
Whatever it was, it's just past pin eye and it's a birdie
and
putt.
It's dropped and stopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's my other one. What's the distance? Can you pace that?
Yeah. So it was like 122 and then 110. 8.
So and this one's hit obviously more of a downslope and ran on.
Yeah.
But both of those putts, that one's closer.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't feel that really. I feel I could hold both of these.
Yeah, you wouldn't be disappointed if you look at what's around the screen. You wouldn't be disappointed in this leave, would you?
No, not at all. And if we look at yours, you'll notice to be closer than the other.
Yeah.
But not the craziest dispersion in the world, is it? What are you pace yours? 13?
I reckon, yeah. 1. Same as you, 8. They're same. 8 paces.
It's crazy, isn't it?
You're 8 paces short. I'm 8 paces long.
You've got to be so. So I'm going from a pin eye to short.
Yeah.
And you're going from a slightly past pin eye to longer.
And this is what I've talked about in the previous video in the blade. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want what you've done.
Yeah.
I want it to drop short because I know that. Look over the back of the screen.
Yeah.
I've got nothing. If I go 5 more paces,
yeah,
I'm dead.
Yeah, and I could fat mine and be short, and it would probably run down to a similar
Finish
place.
up in the same place, yeah.
And then if you put something in front of the screen, I'm just going to take more club and do it the other way. More club and fat it and get it pin eye or rip it into the middle back. Yeah, I like that. Help. You can look at the numbers all you like. Got to be very careful with how you interpret them, I always think. I always kind of call it's like desk golf. You're at your desk.
Yeah. What
do you want to be when you're at your desk? You want to be playing golf, don't you?
Yeah.
So you watch videos. You go on forums. Then you'll start chatting. And then you're chatting about nothing. Because
spirals out of control.
You're talking about those 2 shots and the difference, where we've just shown the real difference is actually next to nothing when it comes to if I'm going to hole a putt or not.
Yeah.
So you got golfers out there that do.
Yeah.
And then you get golfers that get lost down the rabbit holes. You've got to be very careful what rabbit hole you go down, I always think. Because I'm calling those both a par.
Solid par field.
Yeah.
What do you think then? Could you game those?
Well, the biggest I could, but so I wouldn't game them from about 6 or 7 iron down.
Okay.
I'd be happier with the MP20.
Yeah.
Some people might want that bit of help for all of them. The biggest thing that I was impressed with, which I was a bit more nonchalant with in the first, is how that they absolutely could see them stepping.
Yeah.
And we'll do a video, watch this space, we'll do another one where we actually put them, we'll step them, see how it works and at what point we want to cross over, you know, what iron and stuff, what it does to heights and launches. So I could half game them. Trouble is for me, you go and bring out an MP20, you're setting the bar too high for me to want to look lower.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit biased, if you like.
Could I game these? I'm not sure. I'm with you. I think I would absolutely game the blade version of what they've brought out with these, and that would be fine for me. I would like to look at what I would go up to probably 5 iron in the blade, and maybe I might put the 4 iron in this set, but I would have to see what else is out there.
Post comments down below, let me know what you think. Could you game them? Would you game them or not? Would you think of comboing them? Are you a Mizuno fan or not? In that comment section down below. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the reviews, and don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. If you've subscribed already, make sure you ring that bell icon. See you all later.